Meri Brown explodes. Refuses to touch Christine's tell-all after shocking revelations. With Christine Brown's book now publicly available, the reactions from her former sister-wives family have begun to surface, offering insights into how her narrative is being received by those who lived through these events alongside her. One of the most notable responses came from Meri Brown, who appeared on the I Do Part 2 podcast to discuss whether she had read Christine's book and how she felt about its content. Given the tension between the two and the way Christine portrayed Meri in her book, it is not surprising that Meri approached the topic with caution and a desire to protect her own perspective and emotions. During the podcast, Meri admitted that she has not read Christine's book and expressed that she likely never will. She explained her reasoning thoughtfully, highlighting that reading it could potentially upset her and lead to feelings of frustration or defensiveness over how certain events were represented. Meri emphasized that she wants to avoid reacting emotionally to a version of events that may differ from her own experiences. "I have not read it, and I probably won't," she shared. "I don't want to read it and be upset potentially at some of the things. And be like, oh, wait a second, that's not what happened. Because that wouldn't be fair." Her statement illustrates a careful approach to maintaining her peace of mind while also acknowledging that Christine's recounting is, in fact, her truth, even if it doesn't align with Meri's perception. Meri went on to explain that although she and Christine were part of the same family and shared similar experiences, their interpretations and feelings about those experiences are inherently different. She pointed out that perspective is everything, and while the events may have been the same, the lens through which each person experiences them varies. "I can't say that I lived it with her because my life experience was different than her life experience," she said. "Even though they were in the same life, we had the same history. We lived the same experiences. Our perspectives are completely different." This acknowledgement reflects an understanding of the complexity of family dynamics, especially within a plural marriage framework, where relationships and interpersonal experiences are multifaceted and deeply personal. By addressing the validity of Christine's perspective, Meri demonstrated a level of maturity and respect, even while holding firm to her own experiences. She recognized that what Christine wrote is her truth, even if it diverges from Meri's understanding of the same events. So, what she's writing about is her perspective on it. And it's 100% valid to her. "Because in my perspective it happened different, or maybe there's a little bit of a shift," Meri noted. This approach emphasizes the importance of recognizing multiple viewpoints within a shared history, acknowledging that no single account can fully capture the nuances and complexities of shared family experiences. The backdrop to this discussion is the sequence of departures from the Brown family, which has significantly altered the structure of the plural marriage dynamic over the past few years. Christine was the first to leave Kody Brown and the plural family in 2021, followed by Janelle in 2022. Meri herself left in 2023, leaving Kody's only remaining marriage with Robin. Each departure represents not just a personal choice but also a major shift in the family structure, reflecting broader tensions and evolving relationships within the household. The experiences of those who left, Christine, Janelle, and Meri, highlight the challenges and pressures inherent in navigating life within a high-profile plural marriage, where public scrutiny and internal family dynamics intersect in complicated ways. Christine's book includes her account of how her relationship with Meri began to deteriorate, focusing on incidents that illustrate growing tensions and misunderstandings. One particular incident she describes occurred during a trip to a store and involved her daughter Kody. According to Christine, a seemingly minor issue escalated into a significant conflict, marking a turning point in the relationship between her and Meri. Christine wrote that Kody had trouble at the checkout with the item she had picked, and Meri reacted negatively, which Christine viewed as a catalyst for further strain. She was mad that Kody had embarrassed her in front of the cashier, and that she had embarrassed Leon, Christine recounted in her book. She yelled at Kody, who couldn't understand what she had done wrong. "I couldn't either." The description of this incident underscores how small, everyday interactions can reveal underlying tensions and contribute to the fracturing of familial relationships, particularly in an environment as complex as the Brown household. Meri's approach to Christine's narrative suggests a conscious effort to maintain emotional boundaries. By choosing not to engage with the book directly, Meri avoids getting drawn into potential conflict or allowing her emotions to be swayed by another person's interpretation of shared history. Her response demonstrates a focus on self-preservation and mental well-being, prioritizing her own perspective over the possibility of being provoked or misrepresented. This strategy highlights the importance of self-care in situations where public and private lives collide, especially when dealing with high-profile family histories that are now being shared in the public domain. The broader context of Meri's comments also speaks to the challenges of reconciling differing perspectives within a family. Even when individuals share the same events, the emotional resonance and interpretation of those events can differ greatly. For Meri, acknowledging Christine's perspective without internalizing it allows her to honor her own experiences and maintain her sense of reality. It also illustrates a nuanced understanding that memory and personal experience are subjective, shaped by emotions, context, and individual perception. This recognition is crucial in complex family dynamics, where multiple viewpoints coexist, sometimes in tension with one another. Christine's account of the altercation with Kody is just one example of how she frames her experiences and the decline of her relationship with Meri. Through her book, she provides her lens, offering insights into what she perceived as conflicts and moments of misunderstanding. While these narratives provide valuable context for readers seeking to understand the interpersonal dynamics of the Brown family, they also reveal how personal biases and emotional experiences shape the telling of any story. Each member of the family carries their own version of events, influenced by personal feelings, loyalties, and interpretations, which may differ markedly from those of others. For Meri, this recognition of differing perspectives is fundamental to how she navigates the aftermath of the book's release. By openly discussing her choice not to read the book and acknowledging the validity of Christine's perspective, Meri demonstrates both emotional intelligence and a commitment to preserving her own narrative. This approach allows her to engage with her history thoughtfully without being consumed by it, providing a model for handling situations where family narratives are made public and interpreted in diverse ways. The dynamic between Meri and Christine, as illustrated through both the book and Meri's responses, also reflects the broader challenges of plural marriages, where multiple individuals must navigate shared responsibilities, overlapping relationships, and complex emotional landscapes. The Brown family's experience highlights how disagreements and conflicts can emerge in unexpected ways, even over seemingly minor incidents, and how these moments can accumulate, influencing relationships over time. Understanding these dynamics requires considering the perspectives of all involved, recognizing that what might seem significant to one person may be experienced differently by another.